All right, guys, we'll get started here in 1 minute. I'm going to just grab something to drink before we do. Hang tight. All right, guys. So, well, welcome to another evening of the FlipLogic Real Estate Show. So, we're going to be doing these every Monday night as a mentorship Monday. So that way, any questions that you guys have, I'm making myself available Monday evenings to answer them for you. So it'll be a 1 hour format or until all questions are exhausted. Some nights may be busier than others, just depending on who's all on and what questions or leads or deals or, analyses are needed. So I've got my cucumber spindrift, which is just a sparkling water with cucumber. And I've got my screen share here, which I'm going to put into play. All right. So for those of you who have any questions, feel free to get them into the Q&A box on the control panel or in the YouTube chat stream. And I'll get to them in the order that they're received. And while you guys are coming up with some questions, I'll actually cover some new cool things about FlipLogic that I love that we recently added to the system. So one of the cool features that I think really help make things happen are a couple of things. Well, one, if you're trying to look just how to get started or how to navigate the system, there's no better place than the classroom. The classroom's got, all the trainings that you need, whether you want to do the full-on 2-hour masterclass or you just want to know how to add and import leads, whether that's just a single lead or you want to take a CSV with a bunch of properties and you want to add them all into your pipeline. Over here, your pipeline under new is where they would populate, or actually they'd populate under imported leads, and then you can change the status, as you're moving through the lead, whether it's, new or offer submitted, or you put it under contract, or once it's under contract, if you're going to deal partner, or request funding, whatever that is. So you can move that through there. So whether it's adding a lead or how to send a direct mail campaign, create your website, skip trace for one property for a phone number, or skip trace a whole list, all these videos here in the classroom will break all that down for you. So I love that that we have all these in here now too. So that's one really cool thing. The other cool thing is, of course, we've got our proof of funds that you can create here in our funding fee schedule, and that's based on our in-house 100% LTV, buy as is, sell as is funding. And then under the funding request, we have different programs for rehabbing as well. Those aren't our direct in-house funds. Those are going to be from one of our our funding partners. But we do have 90% loan to cost, so you only have to come in with 10% down on a purchase price, and then 100% of the rehab. So that's great. And then we've got some rental funding too, if you're looking to just buy, fix, rent, refinance, and keep and hold. We have that here too. So I love that under the funding request. Of course, our website builder, which this has been here for a bit. I'm not going to say this is a new feature, but we've improved it a bit. It's just very simple. You can customize your information in there, and then the video populates once you publish your website. You'll see it there on the live website. Like let's just say, like if I were to do that, like 1-888-cashoffer.com/u/Ryan. So this is mine. You'll see this populate here. And then it's mine because it's got my extension here. It's got the video that auto plays, which they all do, which is a great credibility piece. And then, of course, it's got my name here and, again, extension and then my address. So love that feature about this. And actually, let me stop here and let me see if anybody has any specific questions. If not, I'd like to just keep running through this real quickly, just covering a few things that I really like and enjoy. Our motivated sellers. So you can build. I mean, this is where the money is. This is where the big margins are. It's not on finding deals on the MLS. It's about finding deals that are off market. It's always about off market, right? That's where the exciting stuff is. When you're trying to pick stuff off the MLS, you're banging your head up against the wall because you're competing with every other Johnny investor out there who's making offers, and a lot of them are making higher offers because they're going to go in and rehab it. And some of them, they're just doing so much volume, they can do it based off tight margins. Those are the guys you want to sell to. Those are not the guys you want to compete with on the MLS. So that's why I love this here, our motivated sellers, to where you can actually go in and build a list based on location. So whether it's going to be by state, let's see here. If I go, there we go. Sorry, click a state and then it'll populate cities. So whether you want to do that or you want to do it by zip code, but you can go in there and then you can start filtering and building a list. And then once you've got your list and you've got it downloaded, well, now you can market to it. Two easy ways to market to that list are going to be direct mail, because it's super targeted. It gives them something physical in their hands. So direct mail, or ringless voicemail. And I think ringless voicemail, while ringless voicemail is cheaper, right? Because ringless voicemail is only going to cost you, almost a nickel, 6 cents, or as low as 6 cents, depending on what volume tier of credits you buy within FlipLogic. But you can send a ringless voicemail, and it only charges you if it's a successful voicemail that gets left. So you can market for 6 cents to people. That's unheard of. I mean, that's awesome. I'm very targeted to motivated sellers, homeowners to your list. And then you can spend a little extra money, right? I think it's about 50 cents because it's as low as 6 cents on our credits times 7. And I'll show you here times 7. Where is it? Let me go to the dashboard. For a 4x6 postcard, first class postage, so it gets there in just a couple business days. That's 7 credits times as low as 6.5 cents. So that's only like 50, what is that? No, it's 47 cents. For those of you who are following along at home, 6.5 times 7, it's 45 cents. So for 45 cents, you can send out, or as low as 45 cents, you can send out a direct mail postcard to folks. You can send it branded. I mean, that's the best way to do it. If I just choose a file, I can show you that here. But that's, I mean, here we go. There it is. I mean, that's as simple and as clear and as effective as it comes. I mean, I love it. This is such a proven postcard that we use. I mean, I've made a ton of money using this postcard, connecting with off-market sellers who, they get this. They pretty easy. They go, yeah, you're definitely in the business. You're a cash buyer. I'd love to get a free evaluation and proof of funds, so I know you're credible. And then it says right here, PS, I can close in 10 to 14 days as is for a fair price, and you pay no fees. So I love that. It's very effective, and it auto populates all your info in there. I mean, this is a miracle to be able to offer something like this. So you can upload your list, direct mail this out to your list, send out a Ringless voicemail campaign to that list as a follow-up, as an extra touch. Hey, sent you a letter in the mail, postcard in the mail. It's, Ryan, not sure if you got it, never heard back from you, but I want to let you know I'm still very interested in buying your house. If you're interested in selling, give me a call. Would love to just talk to you about it, give you a free evaluation, see what it is I could do for you. Boom. So there you go. So motivated sellers, off market by direct mail, Ringless voicemail. If you've got another list already from another source, that's cool. Maybe you went down to the county courthouse and you pulled evictions or something. And then you can upload that here, skip trace that whole list. And you would skip trace it if you want to send out a Ringless voicemail campaign. And then, of course, you can send out a direct mail campaign by postcard for under 50 cents, 45 cents. I mean, that's better pricing than click to mail. I know because I wanted to make sure that I offered and made this available to you guys for the best price that you could find out there. Let's see, click to mail. They are 52 cents a postcard. So that's what I have here anyway. So 52 cents a postcard. You can do it for 45 cents a postcard. And I'm talking like mass, not just like a single postcard. I'm talking, you could send out 10,000. You could send out as many as you want. If you want to send out a small batch, you could send out a small batch. But let's see. I hope that's helpful. Those are some of my favorite. These are a few of my favorite things. Let's see, guys. Is there? Sorry, I interrupted the share there. Okay, so if nobody has any questions thus far, I'd like to share one more thing in closing, and then you guys can have at it. So one other thing in closing is, if you know how to do all of those things, get your, where to find the motivated sellers, how to get your phone ringing, and then you can, do deal analysis. I mean, there's a whole suite of features to do deal analysis and then sending out a marketing blast. But if you need to build your buyers list because maybe you just don't quite have one yet, I love that under instant leads and cash buyers, I could type in, an assortment of keywords that would, target cash buyers. But let's just say we buy houses, because that's a pretty commonly used one. And if I wanted to do San Diego, search, now I could go from, maybe having a very small list of cash buyers on my list to being able to populate some results here, and then cherry pick the ones that I think are the most credible, and then click, add them to my email list, make calls to make sure that I've got the right email for the right person who's going to be the decision maker, the acquisition manager usually in their office. So I make sure that I create a warm relationship, make sure their email goes on the list. So maybe I edit the email, and then when I send out my email blast on my property that's under contract, then I know that way it's going to them, and then I can follow up with a text message or a phone call just to give them that extra touch that, hey, take a look at this. I sent this to you. I'm specifically thinking of you. And I think this would be a good one for you. So you've got guys on here, I buy San Diego, GG Homes, they're huge. You've got, if I go and click in here, trusted home buyers, and then you'd have to check on some of these guys. You just have to call them or check out their website, like Gordon Buys Houses, and see, what he's all about. But I know, GG Homes, if we go and click in here, I know that these guys are super credible. So I love it. All right. Well, if nobody else has any other questions, then I'm going to bid adieu and wish everybody a good evening. And let me just show you guys the sunset real quick in closing. Isn't that awesome? I love that. Beautiful orange fluorescent sky. All right. Well, take care, comb your hair, and I will see you all